You know, I just think she's a beacon of light. You know, she likes being in the limelight. It's like being in the camera. She was an influencer. You know, she
She
loved
loved
people.
her family.
She loved her family.
She loved her family.
As Ashlee's friend, I'm tired of everybody coming on this fucking app with their opinions, with their thoughts, with their conspiracies of what they think may have happened to my friend. It's clear as day that this man murdered and killed my friend. He tried to stage it as a suicide. Let's put that on the floor. Number one, Ashlee would never harm herself. Ashlee was beautiful, happy, talented, hardworking. She had no reason to. I was just speaking to her and I have the messages of while she was on this trip.
This whole situation with Ashlee Jenae has the internet split right down the middle, and people are not holding back. On one side, you've got folks demanding justice no matter what, no questions asked. But then there's the other side. People who are fully convinced Ashlee might have been caught up in something way deeper long before that trip even happened. Some users even claimed they were in her comments warning her to stay away from Joe McCann, but Ashlee wasn't trying to hear it. She fired back, saying they were just jealous of her new relationship and the life she was living. Then things took another turn when her second IG page came into the spotlight, with people saying it exposed her as a sugar baby, and now the internet is digging hard into her lifestyle. Everybody's picking apart her past, her choices, and especially her complicated situation with Joe McCann.
I'm noticing that black men only speak on black women getting murdered when it's a white man doing it. Y'all kill us every day. Black women get strangled, stabbed, shot, but when it's a white man do it, that's when you say something.
It's like every day there's a new detail dropping about who Ashlee really was behind the glam, the photos, and that picture-perfect IG lifestyle. Just to recap, Ashlee and her boyfriend Joe McCann, known as a crypto businessman, flew out to Zanzibar, Tanzania to celebrate her 31st birthday. During the trip, Joe proposed and Ashlee was reportedly calling family and friends, sharing the big news and even posting about it online. But then suddenly, just hours later, news broke that she had died and nothing about the situation felt right, especially when people started looking closer at her relationship with Joe. After she passed, Joe stayed completely silent. Not a tweet, not a post, nothing at all.
There has been no communication here.
Was there any footage? Did you look at the footage? Did you see the footage? These are things that's very important to us. These are things that can clear everything up. It gives us the timeline. It lets us know what happened. We have not seen or heard or even anything about any kind of footage surveillance. No. These are things that we need to know.
He even wiped every single photo off his IG page like it never happened. People who knew Joe before all this said he never even posted Ashlee to begin with, even though she had him all over her page. The only personal pictures he ever shared were with his wife, which raised even more eyebrows online. And it doesn't stop there. Ashlee's family came out saying Joe hasn't reached out to them at all, not even once.
I think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd. 11 hours later,
11 hours.
Something had transpired and Joe just relayed to Yolanda that Ashlee was okay and she was stable and she was okay and don't worry about it.
But that she was at the hospital.
Yes. 11 hours later.
Then suddenly a GoFundMe was launched to bring Ashlee back home, and that's where things started to feel confusing. If Ashlee didn't have money like that, how was she showing off such a high-end lifestyle on IG? The trips, the designer outfits, the luxury gifts, it all looked expensive and nonstop. People started connecting the dots real fast. She and Joe were traveling whenever they felt like it, living it up and posting every moment. So now everyone's asking the same thing. If the lifestyle looked that rich, where was the money really coming from? That's when more details started coming out and the story got even deeper.
How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all.
How y'all doing? You know, we keeping it organic. Me and my little chocolate Easter bunny. Babe, stop playing. Babe, you know I'm sensitive, babe. We about to get in a lick. This her car. She probably she just came for to pick me up.
Something like. Not too crazy.
She from Philly, so you know she crazy, she toxic. She might stab
Toxic.
you might stab me in my sleep.
I'm not
You
toxic.
told me if I take my hands off, you gonna beat me up.
Because I'm good with my hands.
Ashlee wasn't just some influencer in Miami. She was reportedly known as a bottle girl and a video vixen, moving in circles with entertainers around the city. And then someone who claimed they knew her personally spoke up and said, "No one's saying it, so I'll say it." Ashlee may be an influencer now, but everyone in Miami knows she was a stripper. That statement alone had the internet going wild, with people debating what was real and what wasn't. According to what people are saying, Joe first met Ashlee at a party where she was working as a dancer, and that's where everything started. She was performing in his section, and from that point on, their connection took off fast. For the past year and a half, they were reportedly traveling all over the world, but not without drama. People say their relationship was filled with intense arguments, even in those luxury hotels they stayed in. And here's the part that really gets attention. This wasn't even their first engagement. It was actually the second time. On top of that, there were claims that this wasn't the first time authorities had to step in and break up their disputes, which only adds more questions about what was really going on behind closed doors. Now, Joe is reportedly tied to a financial crime investigation with allegations that he was taking profits from investments that were actually losing money for years before it caught up with him. People online are also pointing out the age gap and the clear power imbalance between them, with some believing that played a big role in how their relationship worked. One person even shared, "Who knows what happened that night? May she rest in peace and may her family find the truth, but this was 100% a very openly sugar baby on steroids situation." Source: I know them personally, and we have many mutual friends. That statement alone stirred even more debate online. Ashlee was also known in certain online spaces for promoting the idea of dating outside her race to improve her lifestyle, which added another layer to how people viewed her choices and public image. Ashlee had already been vocal online, posting things like, "Same ninjas bashing black women are the same. Ninjas calling me a traitor for dating a white man. And I've been saying since the 3rd grade that my children will be mixed." She wasn't shy about her views, and when she got with Joe McCann, she made it clear she felt like she was leveling up emotionally, financially, and in her lifestyle. She posted like she was done entertaining anything that didn't add to her growth, and from the outside, it looked like she had everything lined up perfectly. Being seen with a big-name crypto CEO, Ashlee made it seem like she had really secured a new level in life. But critics quickly stepped in, saying the path she took to get there wasn't as clean as it looked. While she presented herself as a lifestyle influencer and sometimes a video vixen, people pointed out she allegedly had another IG page where she promoted services to clients, which added a whole new layer to the story. According to what's being said, that page is actually how Ashlee and Joe first connected before meeting in person at a party. They eventually went public with their relationship around November 2025, celebrating what they called their 1-year anniversary.
Do you know what really made me sad? And I don't know whether you caught it. I've been looking for it, but I know as fact because I took some pictures from that page. Ashlee had another Instagram page. It's been taken down.
But here's where it gets even more complicated.
Somebody has taken down that second Instagram page because you see, there's an old saying, when you start to throw water, if you throw water at a wall, it goes in every direction, not just one direction, which means that as we are going to expose Joe for who and what he is, it's also unfortunately going to expose Ashlee for what she was doing.
Around that exact same time, Joe was reportedly still talking publicly about his wife and young kids, which had people seriously questioning the timeline and what was really going on behind the scenes. So now people are asking the big question. Does this mean Joe and Ashlee started seeing each other while he was still married? And if he really was this devoted family man, was there even enough time for a proper divorce, or was he still legally married when he proposed to Ashlee in Zanzibar? That detail alone has people side-eyeing everything because the timeline just doesn't sit right. Some are even saying Ashlee wasn't his fiancée in the traditional sense and that the proposal might have been more about keeping up appearances than anything real. From the outside, it looked like Joe was giving her everything she wanted: a soft life, luxury trips, and nonstop travel across the globe. But behind all that, things were reportedly far from perfect. People close to the situation claim Joe's behavior became more aggressive over time, and that arguments were happening constantly throughout their relationship. One of Ashlee's friends even confirmed that the fight at the villa wasn't the first incident, saying this is also not the first time he did something of this nature to Ashlee. "Joe, you are going to rot in jail." That statement alone had people shocked and demanding answers. Still, despite all the tension, Ashlee stayed in the relationship until things escalated to this point. And now, her friends are pushing back hard, making it clear they are not accepting the narrative being spread about her, especially the claims labeling her in a certain way.
Known her since about 2021 to 2022. Everything that everybody's saying couldn't be further from the truth of who she was as a person. And it's bad enough finding out and having this be the way that I found out about Ashlee and everything that she's been through. But it's almost traumatizing to see how people talk about her in the midst of this devastating loss.
Then things took another turn when her friend started showing text messages, saying it proved the engagement was real and that Ashlee was genuinely excited about building a future with Joe. On top of that, Joe Budden even mentioned he knew Ashlee and was surprised, saying she was already doing school runs with Joe while their relationship still seemed pretty new, which raised even more questions about how fast everything was moving.
They're none of the romantic choices. But if that's your homegirl and you love her and they vouch for that person, Ashlee and homeboy was at my birthday dinner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were at my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashlee the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, just gotta check with my man. And I know we gotta drop off the stepkids and we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break and this, and I'm on the phone like, girl, for real? Like, yo, you playing stepmommy over there?
Her friends also pushed back by saying Ashlee was a businesswoman with a successful hair care brand, and that this was the real source behind her soft life image. But here's where people started questioning things again. There's barely any trace of this business online, no clear social media presence tied to it, which made some wonder how active it really was. Still, those close to her are standing firm, saying the escort rumors are nothing but attacks on her character meant to tear her down. And they're making it clear. Even if people keep talking, it doesn't take away from the fact that a young woman went on a trip expecting to celebrate her life, and something tragic happened, and she never made it back home. And that's the part that really hits hard. No matter how people try to label her, a businesswoman, a lifestyle influencer, or anything else they want to say, none of that justifies how this ended. Nobody deserves a fate like this, and that's why so many people are speaking up and demanding answers. Now the pressure is building, with calls for Zanzibar to release the CCTV footage from that night, because people want clarity on what really happened leading up to Ashlee Jenae's sudden death. Full transparency is what everyone is asking for, and anything less just doesn't sit right with the public. What makes it even more heartbreaking is her final post. It showed her smiling, feeding a giraffe, with HBD Ashlee spelled out in rose petals at her feet. That was April 5th. And just days later, she was gone. Nobody expected that ending, and it still feels unreal. Ashlee Jenae deserved more, and now people are left searching for truth while questioning everything surrounding her story. If you've been following this case, drop your thoughts below. Share this with others, and don't forget to like and subscribe so more people can stay informed and keep the conversation going.